Hi, I'm Maddie,
And I'm Annabelle.
and welcome to
Lobotomy.
Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Pride Month! We
Uh,
forgot that last week was actually the beginning of Pride Month.
Yeah, it's in full swing now, so
Yeah.
It's the right
We were just waiting for the
the right time. Anyway, Happy Pride Month, Happy Pride Month, Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
With that flag around.
Whee! I really hope the mic is probably like. Okay.
So, in honor of Pride Month, we are doing a Pride-focused episode as we both are queer. Surprise to anybody who didn't know that. You're welcome. Now you do. Okay, yeah, she's not gonna. I don't know if you need that. I might have to take that away from you at some point. So let's start with an update. I had a very interesting drive home yesterday. It's pretty much the highlight of my week, I guess. I wouldn't say it's
The highlight?
the low light of my week. Highlight is in like the big thing
I
that
was
happened.
like, why is that a highlight?
So I hydroplaned on my way home from the dance on an on-ramp to the highway, which was horrific. And I was in some tailspin for a solid like 10 seconds. Like skirts. That back end was flying. Anyway, I am totally safe. My car is functioning somehow. And all I have to show for it is a pretty decent ding on my left bumper. And an embarrassing roommate that I can't take anymore. For those of you listening and not watching, Annabelle is very, very excited about the fact that she has a pom-pom on a pride flag. It is the most entertaining thing to happen to her all week.
Yeah, I haven't done anything this week. I had jury duty on Tuesday, and they sent me home after 4 hours of just sitting there, so at least I finished my book. I was reading Circe, and I finished it, and it's great. But that was literally all I did all week, other than, like, I worked.
So, no 20-minute update section today, y'all. So sorry.
I was with my mom the past 2 days, and we were watching Teen Wolf. Because I've got my mom on Teen Wolf, y'all. Ew, I just said y'all.
You're welcome.
Ew. I hated that. That did not.
You're
It
spending
doesn't
too
sound.
much time with me.
No, I mean, everybody I know says y'all. I don't like the way it sounds like coming out of my mouth. I don't think it sounds proper coming out of my mouth. I don't fit the y'all-ness of it.
Anyone can y'all. Y'all can y'all.
I just don't like the way it sounds coming out of my mouth. Oh, I did do something fun yesterday.
Oh yeah, you did.
I was in a recording session yesterday for like 3 hours. Something like that.
Nice. The small clip I heard sounded amazing. I'm excited.
Yeah, I have like a full recording. I'll have to show it to you later, but it's not finished yet.
Okay. I'm still excited. Been excited for the progress. I think a highlight of this coming week would be that I'm actually teaching at my first country swing workshop. I'm still teaching West Coast Swing, but it will be entertaining and interesting to go participate in my first country swing workshop and dance. I'm excited to learn a little bit, meet some new folks, and I'll update you next week on how that goes. All right. So in honor of Pride Month, we've got a couple of Pride themed little bits for you here. We're going to start off with some gay awakenings. I'll start since I have a very short list.
Yeah, go for it. I have a very long list here.
I figured as much, which is why I said I'd go first. So first and foremost, I need, like, we'll get into this later, but I need to, like, preface this with the fact that, like, I had no idea that I was queer until I was, like, 18. Like, 0 clue.
It's just funny, because you're like...
Everyone else knew, let me be clear.
Yeah.
My mother phrased it as, I always thought you'd be my tomboy. Best friends have all known, like, I've been queer-coded since birth. But
it's also just ironic because you are one of the most queer people I know. you walk around and you're like, that person's pretty, 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 everybody's pretty.
I like pretty people with pretty personalities. Anyway, so, I
Well,
have very few
The
from my...
personality part is debatable.
Anyway, I'm gonna gloss over that one. Olivia Wilde as 13 in House is definitely one that I remember having some like, oh wow, she's gorgeous.
On that same vein, Abby Shuto from NCIS.
Oh yeah.
I watched those shows at the same time.
But I don't know, the way I felt about Olivia Wilde was very memorable in the like, wow. Oh man. Shigo, definitely liked her a lot. And then Raven from Teen Titans. Those are my three, like,
You've only got 3?
yeah, that genuinely.
Oh, I went scrolling through like Reddit and like BuzzFeed. I was like, who?
Well, that was the thing, is I
Who
wasn't
let an owl in
really-
here? Who?
Well, that was the thing, is like I was not very, like, these were ones that I like had some like very, very strong reactions emotionally to, which is just interesting because the rest of them have, I mean, I guess I can get a little bit into this. The idea of like women call each other pretty all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And because I also like men, I genuinely thought it was normal to really think that your friends were gorgeous and love their personalities and like really enjoy being around them. And like, I definitely did not comprehend that I was interested in women for a very long time. But I have plenty of stories that would lead anyone else to think otherwise.
Yeah.
But myself, no clue.
Yeah.
Not a clue. All right, let's get into your list here.
I went a little insane. We asked people for theirs on our Instagram stories. If you don't follow our Instagram, any of them, if you don't follow me or Maddie or our actual like Instagram,
Lobotomy Pod.
lobotomy.pod.
Lobotomy.
Lobotomy.pod.
That one.
If you don't follow it, you should, because we do post sometimes, like the day before we record, we'll post like a random little story that's just like, give us your opinions or give us this. So if you want to be involved
Have
and
thoughts.
included, you should definitely follow our Instagrams.
Do you have thoughts? We want them.
We want your thoughts.
That was an ad. For our Instagram. Follow us.
We want your thoughts. THOTS thoughts.
I'm right
What does
here,
that
man.
stand for?
Do you genuinely not know?
I know it stands for something I can't remember.
That
At the
hoe
moment.
over there. That's why I said I'm right here.
Yeah, you are my thought.
I'm your though. That hoe over here.
I was like, what? Where'd the T go?
Turned it into an H.
So, from our stories, we have, from our friend Sam Bingham, we have really good high thread count sheets
Amen.
and Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. So, you know, to each their own.
I don't know. High thread count sheets. Especially like right after you've shaved your legs.
You cricket. You cricketed in your
Yeah.
sheets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then from one of Maddie's friends, we have Bargumar Media Seaweed Scene, if you know, you know. You're just slowly gonna start adding gems
Yes.
as I speak. Okay. And then, one of my friends, Sarah, said Ruby Rose from Orange is the New Black, which I gotta admit, I've never seen the Orange is the New Black, but I do know Ruby Rose from Pitch Perfect 3. If you make a dick on my face, we're gonna have problems.
I'm making you a pretty little sparkly fairy. Why would I even do that?
I don't know.
Why were your intrusive thoughts there?
No, my intrusive thoughts were not there. I don't trust your intrusive thoughts. Impulsive thoughts, not intrusive, but yes. And then from Adonis, we have The Mummy, which is also on my list because, I mean, you got Brendan Fraser and you've got Rachel Weisz. Weisz? It's a W, but is it a Vice or is it a Weiss? W-E-I-S-S.
Weiss.
Weiss. Weiss.
Weiss.
Weiss.
Blur the line. It's both.
So, like, how could you not? Also, the, like, tour guide guy, not tour guide guy, but, like, the guy, he's not a tour guide at all. He's, like, the Egyptian man who's, like, in the, like, the desert, the guy that's, like, guarding the, like, the tomb or whatever. He's hot. He's a very pretty man. So, we've got, those are our submissions. And then going into the ones that I was scrolling through Reddit and was like, I wonder, because I honestly can't remember. I don't remember ever really, like, questioning my sexuality. I gotta ask my mom to make sure. I should have asked my mom. I was with her this morning. But I could have sworn, I remember being, like, a kid and being, like, you know how, like, everybody wants to marry their dad when they're a kid? I was like, well, what if I want to marry mom? Because, like, you know, you're, like, everybody plans their little weddings when you're a kid, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna marry my dad, da-da-da-da-da. Like, every, like, little girl is always like, I'm gonna marry my dad. And I was like, well, I mean, I could, but, like, what if I want to marry mom? Like, what if I want to marry a woman? And I genuinely remember being, like, probably, like, 4 or 5, and being like, I want to marry a woman. What if I marry a woman?
That's amazing. And again, we're gonna get to the part where nobody else questioned my sexuality.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that.
I'm surprised my parents were surprised.
Fine.
I don't think they were, like, super surprised, to be fair. I don't think I've ever been quiet about being like...
I don't think I ever really, like, came out, though.
I did, but it was, like, in an angry way.
Just brought a girl home for dinner.
I did not, I didn't, like, do any... We were just kind of, like, talking, and my dad said some, like, fuck shit. And I was like, well, I'm gay. And he was like... Because he said something about how you can always tell when someone's gay. And I was like, well, I'm gay. And he was like, What?
Walk that back.
So, yeah. That was, like... I didn't really come out. I did make a huge post on, like...
Surprise, there are cats here.
Well, I mean, one of them is on display. He's decided he wants to be part of the show today.
He also doesn't have his collar on. He's
Yeah.
running around naked.
Hey. Well, I think Hugo found his collar.
He let me know where it was.
It's right there
Oh, beautiful.
by the bed. I did do a huge post on, like, Instagram and Facebook and stuff when I was in, like, what year was I? I was, like, 11th grade, probably? I think, something like that. But I think I took it down because I was like, this is a little cringy.
Yeah, I haven't really... I mean, I've posted, like, Happy Pride Month.
I've always been, like, big into just, like, social justice stuff. So, like, it wasn't, like, anything new.
Yeah.
It was just more, like, confirmation, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was, like... Because I think I got, like, really angry. What was it? So, I guess we'll get into this now. I don't know.
Well, no,
I was gonna save this.
Let's finish your
Yeah.
Your gay
Yeah.
awakenings, and then we'll go into the history of us. And
Yeah. Guys, we're ADHD, if you can't tell.
then, I'm unmedicated today, so lock in.
I'm always unmedicated.
That's a choice. Raw dog and life out here.
I'm raw dogging everything. No.
Walk that back. Walk that back.
Rewind. I'm not raw dogging anything.
Okay.
Lord
let's
help
do it.
me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, moving on into gay awakenings and queer awakenings, I should say, because, like,
Neither
Some
of
of them, like, honestly, some of the time I need to be reminded that I also like men.
But then sometimes you also need to be reminded that you also like women.
I do like women, but I like women all of the time, and sometimes I question if I'm a lesbian, and I'm not. So sometimes I need a little reminder that I'm bi and not just lesbian.
Yeah.
The dollar bean.
Le dollar bean.
The dollar bean.
Do you know where that comes from?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. I just want to make sure for those who don't. Lesbian. The word lesbian was being censored sometimes, as
On
far as
TikTok.
like not making it to the For You page, and so they started spelling lesbian with a $sign as the S, and the like auto captioning.
And it was the text to voice thing.
Yeah.
That
Read
you
it
could
as
do on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff.
read it as le dollar bean.
So no, I just the dollar bean. Anywho, moving on. So number 1, Meg from Hercules.
Yes.
We love Meg from Hercules.
We love Meg.
I want a woman to be mean to me. I never found I did find Hades like a little bit attractive, but like not in like an actual way.
Yeah, that's on brand.
But Meg. And I never found Hercules attractive. I was like, he's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, he's just a big old buff guy. So I'm like, but Meg I was always into, and the muses.
Yes.
You already said Shigo, but I must say it again because she deserves
Appreciate
Shigo and Kin.
Shigo and Kim, but more Shigo. Sorry for me.
Equal, honestly. Like I don't know. I want them both. BOAF, both.
Both.
And then we got like the whole cast of Pirates in the Caribbean.
Retweet.
'Cause
I've never watched a single movie. Retweet.
Elizabeth Swann, Orlando Bloom at the time. Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't like him outside of that.
Okay.
I think. I mean, like in Lord of the Rings as Legolas. At the time, like back when I first watched them, I did like him. Now I'm like, no, not for me. Not for me. Too prissy. He's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love Legolas. I'm not attracted to him. But yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp.
There's too many men in this list for it to be queer.
I am bi. I am not a lesbian. Anyway,
I get you.
um,
teasing.
this is like my bi panic list.
That's
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. that's
Speaking
fine.
of, it's just
the entirety.
you got Faramir, you got Boromir, you got Eowyn, you got Arwen, you got Aragorn, you got at the time Legolas. If you go to the Hobbit too, you got fucking Thorin, you've got Keely and Feely, you've got what is her name?
Don't ask me names of people.
The girl elf that follows them around. I can't remember her name.
That one.
Her. You've also got like Luke Evans is in there. You've got dude, I'm blanking on his name. The like Legolas's dad.
Yeah.
He's played by Lee Pace.
Something like
I
that.
fucking love Lee Pace, dude. He's a queer icon.
I'll take it.
Thorin is also like the actor who plays Thorin is also queer, and I'm pretty sure they had like an affair at one point.
I hate that.
I love it. I don't hate any of it. But yeah. Lord of the Rings as a whole, very, very.
Wait, like a cheating affair or just
No,
a
like
little
an
thing?
affair.
Okay, I thought we were talking about like a cheating affair, and I was like, I love that happened. I hate that it was an affair.
No,
okay.
Not
They
like
had a
they
little-
had
little
a
thing.
Yes,
Little thing going.
They
Cool.
had a little.
Then
I think someone checked me on it. I'm pretty sure. Real person, Hayley Williams.
Yes.
Hayley Williams.
Yes.
Especially with like the orange hair.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason my routine is what it is. Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Yes.
but just her.
Yes.
Nobody else.
No.
The Hex Girls from Scooby Doo.
Yes. Is that gonna be
Hugo just agreed, I think.
our Halloween costume somehow?
Yeah, if we get Beck involved,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I think we've got.
Well, See, but I'm determined to do a Maverick and J-Lo with someone. If I ever have like a couple.
We'll get Rachel to run it back.
What?
Run back her her GDC costume and make it. She'll bring the beard out again.
Ew.
I thought it was funny. Sorry.
I mean, it was funny, but like, it's not. What does that have to do with J-Lo and Maverick?
True. I was thinking of the actual costume on J-Lo and the original one.
Oh, Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't have that big of a beard, though.
No, but if you're gonna make Rachel do it.
No, I want J-Lo and Maverick. I want this to happen, but like, it needs to be a couple's costume, and I'm not in a couple. So, if I am still single.
If you're still single, I'm grabbing you. Is that what you're about to say?
No, if I'm still single, we're
You'll
doing
do the
Hex Girls.
Okay, I was like, are you gonna?
If I happen to be in a couple, which is just not gonna happen because it's me, then I want to do J-Lo and Maverick.
Fair.
I'm a man-eater, and not in like the fun way. Like, I just genuinely chew men up and spit them out.
What?
Blah. And women scare me, so, you know, it's the
Definition of biped.
yeah, pretty much. Anyway, moving on. Natalie Portman,
Yes.
both as Padme and Thor, and Thor,
Just
Jane,
yes.
and Thor, yeah.
Yes.
And then also just like in Star Wars, we got like Leia, fucking badass. We got Han Solo, fucking badass. Hayden Christensen gave me the creeps in that movie.
I can see that.
Like, just, I was never an Anakin girly, because I was like, what the fuck? Why are we hitting on your babysitter? Also, Padme's fucked for that, too.
Yes.
So, I don't like that. However, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, absolutely. I'll eat those men up any day.
Can't take you anywhere.
Moving on, we got Robin Hood.
How long is this list?
There. We're like halfway
Disney,
down.
The Disney animated one?
Yes.
Okay, we need to
Like
make
the
sure.
fox. The
Not-
fox.
Not Men in Tights one, right?
No.
I mean-
Oh.
Had to bring it up. Had to just put that back out there.
No, that one, that's good too. Oh, The Princess Bride?
That entire movie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I will not elaborate.
The Princess Bride itself is just queer coded.
And I will not elaborate.
But yeah, no, Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
Yep.
In the like animated Disney Robin Hood. And then also on that vein, the entirety of the cast of Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Pretty much. Minus like the children.
How long is this
We're
list,
here.
girl? God
We're
damn.
We got that much to go. Listen,
Listen, Linda.
Linda. I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of opinions and a lot of people make me panic. When I was a kid. These are all from when I was a kid. Like, into my like teen years, but like these are all from like childhood. Like none of these are current.
I can't, again.
I mean, they are current because like obviously it holds true, but like these are all like, granted I was a teenager not that long ago, so like, you know.
True.
But and then Jade West from Victorious.
Yes. I had some meetings with my guys one time.
I hate you.
I worked on the set of Dynasty.
Wasn't that filming in Atlanta? Yeah.
That's why I got to work on it.
I figured.
One of the dancers for some party scene.
We've got 2 cats.
And by meet, I mean I got to say hello, not like you actually meet. but
Mm-hmm. It
was
counts.
It was still pretty cool.
It counts. I was doing something. Both Mamma Mia movies.
I wouldn't know, I haven't watched them. Again,
Guys, everybody yell at Maddie. She's so uncultured.
I'm an uncultured swine over here.
I'm gonna make you watch them.
Okay.
Back to back.
I have to sit still for that long.
It's all music. It's a jukebox musical. It's 2 jukebox musicals full of ABBA music. You're gonna be able to sit still for that long.
Do like ABBA music. We'll see. I can get behind that. You did give me a coloring book.
I did get you going.
She got me a coloring book so that I can sit still for longer periods of time, hopefully.
Yes.
It worked. or the one time we've tried it.
Yes. Anyway, moving on. 10 Things I Hate About You. Both Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger.
I like both of those actors. Oh my goodness, we have
All
the
3
full
cats.
collection
Nope.
for 0.5 seconds. For those of you who were just listening,
Someone
we had-
screenshot it. Can you do it fast enough? No pauses. You have to screenshot.
Go back though,
Yeah.
but you have to like live screenshot. You can't pause it.
Yeah.
Send it to us.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Both of them. Probably.
Yes.
I don't like, who is it? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm not a fan. He looks like a baby. What are you doing?
Well, you've got a lot of lists left, and I have a lot of gems left. So, Gay Stitch is getting a bedazzle.
Next we have Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
I don't find Hiccup attractive until like the 3rd movie, when he gets like a beard and like, you know, looks a little scruffier. But Astrid's always been Astrid. And then we have Morticia and Gomez Addams from the Addams Family.
Yes.
Absolutely love them. Like the live action Addams Family, not the animated. But like specifically that scene where they're like arguing and they like, I don't know, just their relationship. I love their relationship. They are relationship goals. The Mask of Zorro.
Okay.
That one is like no explanation necessary.
No.
The Tinkerbell movies.
You want to say that a little louder for the person in the back?
The Tinkerbell movies. Okay, but listen, like, hear me out. You've got Rosetta for like your little Southern Belle.
Okay.
You've got Fawn as like your little tomboy. You've got Silver Mist, who's just freaking gorgeous, dude. Tinkerbell's a little gay thing. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe her. She's just gay.
Twinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
I'm sure. Don't Google that.
And then
I'm
you've
sure that's
got like
horrendous.
Clank and Bobble are so gay.
Yes.
The Queen,
Stunning.
stunning. Lord Mallory, because you know I gotta speak my truth on Lord Mallory.
Is that Father Daddy Winter or whatever?
Daddy Winter, Father Winter.
Father Winter.
No, Daddy Winter. Trying to think who else is in that one. Oh, Zarina, the pirate fairy. Like, dude, like all of them. Also the books, the like old like, the books and all the like art in that, like all of them are gorgeous. It's not fair, beautiful.
I have bedazzled my rainbow Pride Month Stitch Funko Pop. You're welcome.
And then we got Anna Kendrick in Pitch Perfect.
Okay. I forgot one.
Mm.
I bet she's on the list. I hope so. Aubrey Plaza.
I did not put her on the
How?
list because I wasn't introduced to her until I was an adult.
I mean, yeah, but again, I also.
Well, I guess good job. Technically, I was a teenager because I watched Criminal Minds and she's in that.
Okay.
But I don't like. I was already like. I don't know. I consider myself an adult by the time I've watched that show.
That's
Because
fair.
that was not one of my like.
Childhood shows.
Yeah. So. But yeah, she's not on the list, but mainly because I was technically an adult by the time I found her.
That's fair. I mean, same for me on most of this list, which is why my list is this short. But
Mm-hmm. And then we've got Anastasia, the whole movie.
Okay.
Both Anastasia and Dimitri, like,
Yes.
perfect. Atlantis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Road to El Dorado
Yes.
is the last one.
Amazing.
Road to El Dorado.
Oh boy.
It's just queer perfection.
All right.
And that is the list.
that is.
Tell us if you agree, add more in the comments, ask us about ones, because, like, I'm sure I forgot some. I made this list, like, this morning, a few hours ago.
Slacker. I did my homework 15 minutes before we started, so I find myself funny. I need a deadline.
You need a deadline.
Yes. Okay.
I was like, what's a deadline? I was thinking of it as two separate words. I was like, what is the difference between a deadline and a live line? One is electricity, the other one is a due date.
Yes. All right.
There was no joke there.
That was very literal. 10 out of 10. Good job.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Shut up and do your homework.
Well, before we get into my homework, I want to kind of end with some fun facts. My presentation. I want to talk a little bit about just my journey, finding out I'm queer. Because again, mine I feel like was a lot less, oh, this is who I am, and more discovering that after the fact.
Yeah.
So, I think, again, looking back, some of the first, like, signs, symptoms.
Don't say that.
Things like, in kindergarten, we would play tag, and, like, there was the boys' team and the girls' team, and I was one of the girls that would go play on the boys' team as a secret spy agent kind of thing. Oh, yeah. I would play the dad in House.
Yeah.
Like,
I did that too.
Yep, like I was like, I want a wife. Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Best friend in like 2nd grade. Definitely a very queer coded best friend relationship, but then she moved away.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Maureen, if you remember. And then just a lot of little things that accumulated looking back, just how I interacted with like men and women the same way, and not really thinking much of it, and not super understanding just the concept of gender separation as much. Definitely was a tomboy, definitely, you know, played sports and climbed trees and was scraped up all the time and didn't really care about how I looked. Like I had zero sense of style until probably a little bit into my, like, I guess like 20 would probably be when I started, like, maybe I want to like how I dress. I'm talking like sweatpants and a t-shirt and Sperry's with socks was like all I wore to high school. Oh, I know. I wore a dress maybe like once a year.
I mean, I'm not saying like you gotta dress up, but like
I
couldn't imagine just like, I don't think my mom would have allowed me to.
And that's the thing.
I was raised very Bulgarian. In Bulgaria, you do not go out in sweats and a sweatshirt. Like, you dress up just to go to the fucking grocery store.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Not like dress up, but like you wear,
But
you
I
look
just
nice.
didn't care how I dressed or how I looked.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a big thing for me. Like I cared a little bit, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really dress very girly in any way, shape, or form. Wore a lot of like. So I went to Catholic school, and I was one of the. Because we got permission, I think, like 2 or 3 years into me being there, for the girls to wear essentially the boys' uniform, which is a polo and shorts instead of a skirt or a jumper.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely wore that about as often as I wore the skirt and jumper. Because it was more comfortable, it was better.
Yeah.
I didn't like having to wear the skirts all the time sometimes.
I mean, I don't think anybody finds constant skirts comfortable.
Yeah.
To
I mean,
be
they were
fair.
sports, but
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't always want to be.
in the same thing every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, we had a blazer we had to wear on Fridays to go to church.
Gross.
So yeah,
I love a blazer though.
lots of little things like that just kind of, again, everyone else suspected it in just the way I interacted with people.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really kind of want to dig into is a little bit what I touched on earlier, which was because I was attracted to men, I assumed I was normal, quote unquote, and assumed that, like, was not, like, there was just no interest in women in that regard. So I didn't really have too much, like, my mom has really good friends who essentially were aunts to me growing up, Carolyn and Barbara. And so, like, I did have queer people in my life.
I did not.
But I remember like really not comprehending that they were together. I thought they were good friends, and I don't think
They were roommates.
and they were roommates. And my parents never really like, especially younger when I was younger, really explained that or wanted to introduce me to that concept, even though they were in my life, if that makes sense. And so it was something they kind of danced around and didn't feel super like. It's not that they were against it. Again, my mom definitely suspected, I feel like. But I don't think it was something that was super common in my life or acknowledged, so it wasn't a concept that I had thought to even question, which I do really like that about how the cultural shift has changed in the past like 15, 20 years at this point, with how just different like the coming of age story is, where there is a lot more talk about coming out and exploring your sexuality and figuring out who you are, and there's a lot more focus there versus fitting the mold that you're expected to. And so I actually was talking with a friend that I began to understand, who she had always suspected that I had a crush on her. And again, I had no idea that I was queer at this point. And she goes, yeah, I kind of distanced myself from you after, because I wasn't interested and I didn't want to like make things awkward and things like that. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, like, you just seemed like you had a big crush on me. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we're just friends. You think all your friends are pretty and things like that. And she's like, yeah, but I don't think you think your friends are pretty in the way that I think my female friends are pretty. And so that led to me kind of exploring. At this point I am 18 and thinking about that and exploring that. And then I met my first crush, my first female crush. Oh no. Flag down. Low-key. Don't
be homophobic.
On this house. And
it is very tempting. I am like sitting here twirling it.
But yeah, I met my first crush, and that was really but it was really just such a simple conversation about, oh, I thought you had a crush on me. And I was like, again, everyone in my life seemed to know before I did.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of funny. I mean, I still have people who are surprised though when I tell them I am queer. Genuinely.
Bro, no, that's so good.
What Annabelle is talking about is I was leading in a dance competition and I drew a pretty girl. And I said something stupid and embarrassed myself, and so I blushed. And a friend of ours taps Annabelle and goes,
is Maddie bi? I was like, she's pan, but yeah. And he was like, I knew she was blushing.
So got clocked from a million miles away.
Yeah.
But
it's okay. I did the same thing at Grand Nationals. Grand Nationals, I drew a female lead, and I panicked and like fucked up everything because I was just like, she's pretty.
Not for a man though. Never for a man.
They're not pretty enough for that.
I like pretty men.
I just don't think the pretty men are very rare.
For you, for your standards.
For my standards.
Let's clarify here.
Yes, they're very rare. So I'm like, I think I've only run into like in the wild. Four actually like genuinely attractive men.
Oh my god.
In the wild.
Fair. Moving on. But yeah, no, I just thought it was funny that like, to some people I am easily identifiable, and to others I'm not. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like also you've been dating men, like publicly, the past whatever, how many
All two of them.
Well, yes, but like consistently, you've been in a relationship since what? Like it was 4 years with the most recent, 3, and then how many with the one before?
5, 6.
Yeah.
Officially.
But they were like back to back.
I dated a woman before that.
I know, but most of the people that have known you in the past 10 years have seen you just be in 2 back-to-back relationships with men.
True.
Long term.
True.
So, I don't know.
No, it's very fair, but
Not that you're not, like, very clearly queer, but just, like, looking at your...
yeah.
It's not like... It's not like you go from woman to man to woman to man to, like... Because you do date a lot. More than me, especially. But, like...
A whole 2 people?
A whole 2 people. It's more than I... No, but, like... Not to be like, you have to date a woman in order to be, like,
No,
queer or
but-
whatever, but, like... If you're looking at it from the outside perspective, it's just, like... From what I've seen, from the data.
From the data available.
From the data, and you're not super, like... Like, the way that I go about my queerness is very much like, I find every woman pretty, and, like, men are kind of uggos. So, like, and that is what people see from me.
True.
So it is very clear. If anything, I get the assumption that I'm a lesbian a lot more than I get the assumption that I'm straight. Nobody assumes I'm straight. Everybody assumes that I'm a lesbian. And then I have to clarify that I'm in fact bi. Because that is just how I talk about people that I find attractive. I'm also demi, which doesn't help. So,
Explain for the...
demi, I'm both demi-romantic and demisexual. Maddie is also demi-romantic. Essentially, I don't find anybody attractive until I like their personality. I don't find anybody romantically appealing unless I really like their personality. Like, I have to...
And not, like, surface level, like...
No.
Genuine
Like, I have
connection.
to really know this person and, like, develop a connection and a trust with a person in order to feel any kind of romantic or sexual attraction. Which makes it really, really hard to be like, oh, this person that I saw over there is, like, super attractive. I want to date them. And, like, that's never been a thought that crossed my mind. It's always been like, oh, I had a really good conversation with this person, and they are, like, obviously, I find, like, aesthetically pleasing. Like, we've talked about all of the people that I find attractive that are, like, questionable as they are. I do find them attractive, but, like, I'm not attracted to them.
Like, romantically,
or sexually. Like, I'm not, like, attracted to them. I find them aesthetically pleasing. So I'm like, while I do find someone aesthetically pleasing, it is never, like, a thing that I'm like, I now want to date that person unless I really like their personality. So, like, it takes a lot more effort for me to want to date someone or want to be with someone.
Yeah.
In any kind of sense. So.
Well, did you want to share anything about your queer journey in life?
I mean, I alluded to this earlier. The way that I came out was out of anger. Like, the reason that I actually posted on, like, my socials and everything that I was queer was because I was in a fight with my best friend at the time, about, like, I think, so what had happened was, I think the way it went down was, like, we got in a fight over something religion related because she had just started getting into, like, super into religious stuff and, like, being super Christian, reading the Bible and all that stuff, and we had a conversation, like, a few weeks back where she had said something about how she was like, as long as you don't act on the thoughts, and, like, whatever, and it was stuff like that, and it was stuff like she was trying to save me from hell and all of this stuff, and I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, even if I do, like, whatever you believe, even if I do go to hell, at least it's gonna be a party down there. Like, if all the queers are going to hell, I'm gonna have a blast. Is all I'm saying. So, like, I was like, I don't need to be saved. I don't think that's the case anyway, but, like, even if I did, I don't need to be saved. Like, I don't need you to do that for me. So it was a little bit of, like, I was pissed, and I was like, she was trying not to pressure me into keeping it a secret, but she was like trying to stop me from acting on anything, which at that point, like, there was no acting happening on anything. I didn't date anybody until college. So, like, I wasn't interested. And, like, granted, it took me a little bit longer to figure out that it was because I was demi. Like, I didn't figure out I was demi until, like, when did I meet you? Like 2 years ago?
A year ago.
A year ago?
Or, like, meet me or
when did we become friends?
Grand Nationals last year.
Grand Nationals last year. So I think probably around ASC maybe?
Yeah.
So like October of last year was probably when I like figured out that like I was demi.
Yeah.
Because I tried to be casual with someone and it didn't go well. Because it just doesn't happen for me. I don't function that way. But yeah, so I at the time just knew that I was bi, and I was like, well, I wasn't acting on anything anyway, but I was like, how dare you tell me not to act on this thing? Like, I'm like, if I find someone attractive and if I like them as a person, obviously I'm gonna date them. I don't care what gender they are. Like, that's not the point. So I was like, I decided to come out publicly just so that I could be like, well, fuck off. So that is the whole reason I came out. I came out of spite and like pettiness.
On brand.
Yeah.
On brand.
Yeah. And the way I came out to my parents was out of spite.
On brand.
So, like, I didn't do the whole thing of, like, self-discovery for being bi. I just kind of always knew.
Yeah.
That was one of those things where I was just kind of like, I didn't have a label for it until about high school. But, like, I knew. I was like, I find these girls attractive, I find these boys attractive, whatever. Like, I was just growing up and I was like, yeah, these people are attractive and these people are pretty. And I was like, but I was never like I never really had a crush.
Yeah.
Like an actual crush. There's like the joke that we have in our friend group that like I have a new crush every 10 seconds and whatever. And like, that's always been the case where I'm like, I just find someone pretty every...
Little micro crushes.
Micro crushes. I'm microdosing crushes, okay? But like, it was never this thing of just like, oh, I really want to go out with this person, I really want to sleep with this person, I really want to do this thing. Like, it was never that. And I never understood people that, like, were like that, either. Because I was like, what do you mean? You just want to go out with a person? I'm like, yeah, I want to hang out with this person, but, like, not because I want to, like, not because I'm romantically attracted to them. Like, there's no incentive here other than, like, this is a cool person, I want to spend time with them. Like, I want them to be my friend.
Yeah.
I had a lot more friend crushes than I ever had, like, romantic crushes or, like, sexual crushes. It was always just, like, I find this person pretty, yeah. And, like, I want them in my friend group now because they are pretty. Like, I want to be friends with them because they are pretty. But, like, it was never, like, I never had an ulterior motive to being, like, I want to go out with this person.
Yeah.
It was always just, like, I want this person to be my friend now. And, like...
We're friends now.
We're friends.
Tacos later. It's an internet thing.
I figured. I was like, I don't know what you're saying to me right now.
Now.
But, yeah. The bi thing was never it was finding a label, and the demi thing was figuring out that like I don't approach relationships and sexual interactions the same way as most people.
So, moving on, ending on a less exploratory, less self-centered note, we're gonna go into some LGBTQ plus fun facts. Just fun historical facts. Don't want to get too deep into full history here, but
you should definitely do your research.
Do your research. There's
learn. There is so much interesting like backstory. There's so many good queer books out there that are like, I mean, I'll link some. Actually, I have a list that I made for the library that I'll link actually that in the description.
So, fun fact number 1. The first Pride Parade was actually in Chicago a day before the New York City Pride Parade. The gays and lesbians almost had their own country on an island off of the coast of Australia. It was going to be known as the Gay and Lesbian Kingdom of the Coral Sea Islands.
I think we should still do that. I think that should happen. I think we need a kingdom.
A kingdom.
A
Speaking of
queerdom.
queerdom. Speaking of, I guess, kingdoms, I get to a degree. So, just on a more positive note, in New York before World War II, queer effeminate men enjoyed freedom and openness in saloons frequented by straight working class men. Specifically, queer places weren't a thing yet. It's wrong to kind of just like only see doom and gloom and closet in the past, because this was more true for the 50s and 60s. But before that, it was much more nuanced. There was a level of openness dependent on many factors, but some queer people were very open. So just keeping in mind that this isn't a new thing, taking up space isn't a new thing.
Yeah.
Just a reminder out there.
I mean, you go back to literally just like Native American, they've always had like non-binary and transgender stuff in their mythology and in their like culture in general, but like you go far back enough in history, it's always existed.
I mean, you don't even have
Everything.
to go that far is the thing. We just
Well, that's what I
very
mean though.
narrow
If
scope.
you go literally back to the beginning of time, it's always existed. It's not like a new thing that's developed. It just wasn't ever labeled or stereotyped or, you know, like fought against because it just wasn't important to anybody. They were just like, yeah, do you. I don't care. Like Roman emperors were all,
Oh yeah,
literally all of them were queer.
there were like, it was seen as more intelligent to be attracted to men than it was to be attracted to women, because men were seen as rationality, and women were seen as irrational, which is a whole other thing. But if you were attracted to men, then you were like better than because of it, which is kind of entertaining. L for lesbians was moved as the first initial to recognize and honor the lesbians standing for gay men during the AIDS epidemic, when so many friends, families, and society as a whole had abandoned them. Some British queer history for just like a little one-off over here. The Brigade Guards, the famous for their scarlet coats and the bearskin caps, like the Queen's Guard.
Mm-hmm.
They had a very long tradition of male prostitution, and so usually only exposed when the law got involved. It is very well documented, and the regiments often turned a blind eye unless embarrassed with court cases, and then they would crack down on it periodically. But queer men could pick up guardsmen in well-known pubs in London, or cruising in Hyde Park near the barracks. Some guards were gay or bi, of course, but many involved were gay for pay, and it was mostly transactional and amicable. The practice declined and died out in the years after the partial decriminalization of gay male sex in England and Wales in 1967. However, a few recent cases of guards or ex-guards being exposed for having some just OnlyFans or being in gay porn, which is still just the history maintains.
Yeah.
Which is just, I think that's kind of a fun fact. One of the 10 oldest surviving queer spaces in the world isn't a bar or a bathhouse. It's actually a public beach in downtown Toronto, Canada. Hanlan's Point Beach. It established its majority queer identity in 1937, at the latest, born out of a queer element that was around for years prior. This means queer's presence predates Fire Island and Provincetown as a fully formed queer space. And it was also the site of Canada's first gay pride in 1971. The phrase Friends of Dorothy, this is a phrase that has historically been used within the LGBTQ community for decades as a quietly coded way for gay people to identify one another safely during periods when openly discussing sexuality could be dangerous socially, professionally, or legally. The phrase is most commonly connected to Judy Garland and The Wizard of Oz. Over time, asking, "Are you a friend of Dorothy?" became a discreet way to ask if someone was gay without directly saying it. But yeah, there's a lot there that there's a whole article actually linked here with this particular phrase, which is kind of cool.
Well, you'll have to send it to me. I'll link it in the description.
A little less fun fact, France's first ever criminal trial for the crime of homosexuality took place in 1648, when a military drummer stationed at the French garrison in Ville-Marie, New France, was sentenced to the gallows for sodomy by a local priest after an intervention in Quebec City. But yeah, there's a lot there, but it's persecution has also been around for
Yeah, that too.
a long while as well.
The good and the bad and the ugly, all of it. Nothing's new.
Nothing is new. I love this one. Florence Nightingale was queer. That's it. That's the whole.
I love that.
But yeah, there were gay.
With a name like that, how could you not be?
True. There were gay marriages in ancient Egypt. So many of the tombs just positioned as brothers by archaeologists and modern society were likely...
They were best friends.
They were roommates.
They were tombmates.
They were tombmates. I think that's a good one to leave off on. But there's a lot of cool history, both positive and negative, just throughout, where queer people taking up space. And so it's not something that, I fully expect everybody, right? Nobody's expecting you to start, liking different genders because of it, but just acknowledging that there is space for us to exist and, being ourselves, and I promise it's not going to negatively affect you, just letting queer people exist. So,
yeah. They're not out to hunt you. They're not gonna hurt you. We just exist and we want to love, and that's it.
If we're scary, it's because we're scary people.
She's talking about me.
Yeah. She has I like to fondly refer to it as resting slob face.
I mean, listen, Linda.
I think this is going to be the easiest ending segment for today.
Oh.
I vote that we decide if we should lobotomize homophobes.
Homophobes?
Yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All of them.
That's it.
All of them.
Actually, I'd probably prefer to have a conversation and just try to talk it out with you first, but in all jest here.
I am of the opinion that...
I would lobotomize the idea of homophobia.
Yes. I'm also of the opinion that at this rate, unless you are genuinely, living a very, very sheltered life your whole life, you have the facts, you're choosing to be ignorant, and at that point, I don't...
I can understand being scared of the unknown, but...
Yeah.
Take a second, have a conversation.
You have the internet at your fingertips. You can do your research. You can find all of the information. You can, everything that you could ever be concerned about when it comes to queer people, you have the ability to look it up and learn about it the same way that queer people do. Any history is your history, regardless of whether it happens to your specific subsect of people. Subsect of people. I do plenty of research on POCs and AAPI stuff. Granted, most of it is because I have a reason to, but if I was ever curious, that is a thing that I have the ability to do, and it is something that I do. If I'm ever curious about something, I don't like the idea that you should burden the people who are living the life that is already hard enough. You shouldn't be burdening minorities to have to also then teach you about all of the things, why they should be people, why they should be allowed to be people. I think that's just ridiculously fucked up. Unless they have offered to be that person. If that is their role in society that they have chosen for themselves, absolutely, go bug them. That is what they are there for. They have offered to be that. But you also have the ability to do the exact same research all yourself.
Absolutely.
Take a little bit of the burden.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, I am actively volunteering, so feel free to reach out. Find me on Instagram or directly through Lobotomy Pod if you have any questions or just want to chat about anything here. But happy Pride Month, y'all. Have a great rest of June. Continue to be beautiful and queer.
Be queer.
Follow us on
Be
all-
gay, do crime.
Be gay. We can't do crime. It's Pride Month. No crimes are committed by queer people. We're
No.
allowed.
It's not crimes. We're just being, and if it happens to be criminal activity any other month,
It's not during June.
it isn't. You are allowed to do it during June.
I have a permit.
As a permit, I'm gay.
Alright, y'all. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Annabelle's been posting some fun little blooper reels on TikTok, so if you're interested, some behind the scenes content does exist if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm terrible at social media, but I'm trying. All for you guys.
Alright, well, we'll see you next week and have fun. Stay queer out there, y'all. Stay queer.